has a bad injury here and he's losing a lot of blood on his forearm. So one of the first things that we're going to want to do is try to isolate ourselves as best we can. And since I don't have gloves, I'm going to use this towel that I found. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the towel directly over the injury and I'm going to push down firm, right on top of where that injury is. And Mike, how's this going to feel?
It's gonna hurt.
It's going to hurt. So the first step is direct pressure. And the goal is to keep the blood from exiting the wound and to force blood away from the area that's injured. If that doesn't control the bleeding, the next thing that I'm going to consider doing is utilizing my tourniquet. And in this case, I have my tourniquet ready to go. So I'm going to grab his extremity. I'm going to put it 2 to 3 inches above the wound. I don't want to put it over his elbow or knees or joints because you can't compress the bone. The goal is going to be to compress the tissue. So I'm going to go up above Mike's elbow. I'm going to get my tourniquet on, and we always teach you want to pull it snug and then give it a jerk. And then this is just Velcro, so I'm going to wrap the Velcro all the way around. So now I've already got some tension on his arm, but the last step is I'm going to begin to turn this rod. And I'm going to turn this rod and keep turning the rod.
You can go.
Okay, I'm going to keep turning this rod, and essentially I'm going to continue to turn it until the blood stops coming out of his wound. And once the blood stops coming out of his wound, I'm going to take what's left of this little tail, and I'm going to tuck it here, and I'm going to secure that. So now his bleeding is controlled. His wound is going to be exposed, but there's no more blood coming out. And again, the goal in doing this is to stop life-threatening bleeding. We don't want him to lose any more blood than he already has.